Okay, let's jump right into this deep dive. We're focusing today on an online store called USA Comfy Cloths. Their website is usaclo.com.
Right. They specialize in casual wear, sort of loungewear type stuff.
And our mission really is to figure out if this store actually delivers on its image. It presents itself as this, cozy American-made brand.
Yeah, very patriotic, clean look.
But does the reality, especially when you look at what customers are saying, tell a different story? Maybe a more concerning one?
Well, that's the core of it, isn't it? It's this contrast, because when you first land on the site, it looks great.
Totally. It has this simple patriotic vibe, slogans like "Made in the USA," crafted with quality American cotton.
Exactly. It really suggests, premium quality, something simple and homegrown, trustworthy almost.
Okay, so that's the shiny surface. But here's where it gets really interesting. We started digging into the customer feedback.
We looked at aggregators like Trespa, which pull reviews from all over.
That whole patriotic image
Yeah.
just crumbles pretty much instantly.
Yeah, it's stark. We're talking about a store that seems to be drowning in one-star reviews.
And what's the main thing people are upset about?
It's the big promise. The American-made part. That seems to be the #1 issue. Just not true.
So people are actually getting items. How do they know?
Well, they're finding tags. Tags
Yeah.
clearly stating made in China.
Wow. Okay, so not subtle, but it gets weirder, right? Because the shipping doesn't always seem to come from China either.
No, that's another layer. We saw reports of packages shipping from Portugal, sometimes other places in Europe.
Huh. That sounds like maybe drop shipping, trying to obscure the origin.
It certainly points that way. It adds complexity, makes it harder to trace where things are really coming from while still getting, these potentially lower quality goods out.
And it's not just the origin. People had issues with the materials, too.
Oh, yeah. That was another big one. Things listed as cotton on the website. Reviewers said they arrived feeling like cheap polyester. Scratchy, not what was advertised.
So you've got misleading origin, misleading materials.
Yeah.
What else?
Just a consistent pattern, really. Poor quality overall, things not fitting right, and major shipping delays were also mentioned quite a bit.
Okay, so the customer experience sounds pretty bad. Let's shift gears a bit. What about the technical side? Do the tools we use flag anything?
Oh, absolutely. This is where the red flags really start waving. Scam Advisor, for instance, gives USA CLO a very low trust score, flags it as high risk, potentially dangerous even.
And that's not the only one, right?
Not at all. Other tools, like Randolph, they dig into the domain details, ownership transparency. They basically called the store highly suspicious.
How suspicious are we talking?
Like a trust score of 1 out of 100. 1.
1 out of 100. That's
And good.
incredibly low. Almost unheard of, unless it's like actively malicious software or something.
Exactly. It points to serious issues. And part of that low score comes from the site being very new. The domain was only registered about 11 months ago.
Which isn't always bad, but definitely common with temporary or high-risk sites.
Right. And combined with hidden ownership, that's the other piece. The actual owner of the domain, their identity is hidden, redacted.
So they don't want you to know who they are.
Precisely. When a company goes to such length to hide its location, its supply chain, and its technical identity, well, it suggests they're trying to be untraceable. Evasion over trust.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does this mean for you if you're thinking about buying from them? Is it a total scam?
It doesn't seem like a total phantom scam where you get absolutely nothing. Some people do report eventually getting their orders.
There's always a but.
But the overwhelming consensus is disappointment. The quality, the fit, the origin, none of it matches what's promised on the website. It's a classic overpromise, underdeliver situation.
And getting your money back if you're unhappy.
Apparently very difficult. Lots of reports of returns being denied or just made incredibly hard, which, connects back to that hidden ownership. Hard to hold someone accountable if you don't know who they are.
So the practical advice here.
Be extremely cautious. If you absolutely must order, use a payment method with really strong buyer protection. Think credit card, maybe PayPal, something where you can realistically dispute the charge.
Yeah, and manage your expectations, right?
Absolutely. Do not expect high-quality, American-made clothes because the marketing, it seems completely disconnected from what most customers actually experience.
So it's this weird mix, a clean, patriotic front.
Hiding this tangled mess of China tags, Portugal shipping, maybe polyester instead of cotton.
And backed by a 1 out of 100 trust score and hidden owners. It's quite the contrast.
It really is. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
Yeah.
If a brand puts that much effort into hiding its true origins, its ownership, its whole back-end operation, what does that signal about how much they actually value your trust as a consumer, regardless of whether the shade itself is, wearable or not?
Hmm. It's about transparency, isn't it?
I
Do you
know.
trust the slick marketing or do you trust the facts that seem to be hidden?
Exactly.
I'm
Something to think about.